Students, in previous video we discussed regarding Colgan process. Once see the Colgan process concepts again. Colgan process is used for removal of permanent hardness of the water, and in Colgan process using chemical substance is what? Sodium hexametaphosphate, and that sodium hexametaphosphate also called Graham's salt, and formula you can reference like this: Na2 Na4 PO3 taken 6 times, or NaPO3 whole taken 6 times, or Na6P6O18 also. So Colgan does not precipitate the calcium or magnesium salt. This is the important point, but only removes Ca plus 2 Mg plus 2 ions from water in two ways. One is by adsorption method. This is the surface phenomena, and second one by forming water soluble complex salts. So these inactive complex anions do not react with the soap. And check the reactions. Already all these reactions with you: calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride containing hard water passed through a Colgan, and the sodium ions are changed by calcium and magnesium. Check the reaction, and this method is especially used for only getting soft water purpose of using in chemical industries boiler use. And another very important method, that is ion exchange method. Ion exchange method or ion exchange resin methods. So in this process we are using resins. So resins are what? Organic polymers. Resins are what? Organic polymer compounds. Organic resins only going to remove whatever salts responsible for the hardness of the water. Just listen carefully some points very seriously. Total salts responsible for the hardness of water are what? Calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, and magnesium chloride. If you are able to split these salts, you will be finding anions and cations. Ca plus 2 SO4 minus 2, and Mg plus 2 SO4 minus 2, Ca plus 2 SO4 minus 2, and Mg plus 2. So CaCl2 gives us to Ca plus 2, 2Cl minus, MgCl2 gives us to Mg plus 2, 2Cl minus. From these are present in the water in ionized mode. Here cations are what? From these cations are what? Ca plus 2, Mg plus 2 are what? Cations. And SO4 minus 2, Cl minus are what? Anions. So calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride present in the water in ionized mode. Overall, in hard water, 2 cations are there, 2 anions are there. Cations are Ca plus 2, Mg plus 2. Anions are SO4 minus 2, Cl minus. So we have to remove these cations and anions. So in this process we are using resins. So first of all, what are the resins we are going to use for the removal of cations? So now that cation exchange resins. Cation exchange resins. First point, carboxylic acids. In organic chemistry, acids are called carboxylic acids. And SO3H, sulfonic acid, or SO3H, sulfonic acid, or COH what? Carboxylic acid, or SO3H what? Sulfonic acid. These are acts as cationic exchange resins. Carboxylic acids are acts as what? Cationic exchange. Or COOH gives rise to what? Or COO minus plus H plus. So cationic exchange resins can produce what? H plus ions. Try to complete the reaction. 2 moles of RCOOH plus Ca plus 2 gives rise to RCOO taken twice Ca plus 2H plus, and similarly 2 RCOOH plus Mg plus 2 gives rise to RCOO taken twice Mg plus 2H plus. These are the reactions involved in cation exchange resins. From cation exchange resins producing what? H plus ions. After some time, cations not going to function. What does it mean? Cationic resins are exhausted. So exhausted cation exchange resin formula is what? RCOO taken twice Ca, RCOO taken twice Mg. So regeneration of exhausted cationic exchange resins. Cationic exchange resins can be performed by using concentrated sulfuric acid. You can write the reaction. RCOO taken twice Ca reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid gives 2RCOOH plus CaSO4. Similarly, RCOO taken twice Mg plus H2SO4 gives rise to 2RCOOH plus MgSO4. So now this RCOH carboxylic acid you can use. So this is nothing but recycling process. So how to regenerate exhausted cation exchange resins? By treatment, react with concentrated sulfuric acid. So similarly, once see the matter properly, the ion exchange resin method, point to point you can analyze. In the ion exchange resin method, all the cations and anions present in the hard water removed. So in this process we are removing what? All the cations and anions present in the hard water. So in this process whatever getting, that water is called what? Deionized water. When all the mineral salts removed from the water, that is called deionized water. In this process we are using resins. What are resins? Resins are organic substances having high molecular weight polymers. Resins are what? High molecular weight organic polymers. This is also important bit. Now see the reactions. Just now we discussed it. Cationic exchange resins. Cation exchange resins contain what? RCOH or SO3H. RCOH are what? Carboxylic acid. SO3H what? Sulfonic acid. Splitting understood na? When hot water is passed through cation exchange resins, whatever calcium ion, magnesium ions present in the water, replace it by H plus ions from the resins. So these are the two reactions we discussed. 2 moles of RCOH plus Ca plus 2 gives rise to RCOO taken twice Ca plus 2H plus, and 2 RCOH plus Mg plus 2 gives rise to RCOO taken twice Mg plus 2H plus. Next, after some times resins not going to work. What does it mean? Exhausted cation exchange resins. Exhausted. How can you regenerate exhausted cation exchange resins is a very important bit. The exhausted cation exchange resins can be regenerated by treatment with concentrated sulfuric acid. So see the reaction. RCOO taken twice Ca or Mg react with H2SO4 forming RCOH. This again ready. Okay. Now let us discuss anion exchange resins. Anion exchange resins contain what? Basic nature group like RNH3OH. RNH3OH splitting gives RNH3 plus OH minus. Similar way, when hot water is passed through anion exchange resins, whatever anions SO4 minus to Cl minus ions are replaced by OH minus. So here reactions, you check that RNH3OH plus SO4 minus to gives rise to RNH3 taken twice SO4 plus 2OH minus. And similar way RNH3OH plus Cl minus gives rise to RNH3Cl OH minus. And another very important bit, what is the formula of exhausted anion exchange resin? RNH3 taken twice SO4 or RNH3Cl considered as an exhausted anion exchange resins. How can you regenerate exhausted anion exchange resins? By treatment with caustic soda, sodium hydroxide. Check the reaction. Again anionic exchange resins are ready. Once check the reaction, you will get confidence. Now the concept is how to calculate hardness of the water is the important one. That is expressed in terms of degree of hardness. Degree of hardness. Degree of hardness of water is measured in terms of CaCO3. In terms of CaCO3. The number of parts by weight of calcium carbonate or its equivalent in calcium or magnesium salt present in a million parts by weight of water is called degree of hardness of water. Degree of hardness water is expressed in terms of ppm, parts per million. 1 ppm is equal 10 power 6. Similarly, everyone having perfect idea so far, all the whatever salts responsible for the hardness of the water, calcium chloride is the molecular weight of calcium chloride. Calcium atomic weight is 40, chlorine atomic weight 35.5, 2 chlorines means 71, so 111. So simply you can say 111 grams, 111 grams of CaCl2 is equal to what? 100 grams of CaCO3. That is also you can express in terms of ppm. Similarly, 136 is the molecular weight of CaSO4. 162 is the molecular weight of calcium hydrogen carbonate. 146 is the molecular weight of magnesium hydrogen carbonate. 95 is the molecular weight of magnesium chloride. 120 is the magnesium sulfate molecular weight. And today we discussed it in the class also. Degree of hardness is equal molecular weight of CaCO3 by molecular weight of the salt into weight of the salt in grams by weight of the water in grams into 10 power 6. So just see the one problem. Calculate the degree of hardness of 1 kg of water. You have 1 kg of water. In that 1.11 milligrams of calcium chloride is there. Everyone understood? You have 1 kg of water. In that 1.11 milligrams of calcium chloride is there and is asking hardness. So what is the formula? Molecular weight of CaCO3 is 100. 100 by molecular weight of the salt. Which one here salt? Calcium chloride. Calcium chloride molecular weight is how much? 40 plus 71, 111 grams. Molecular weight of calcium chloride is how much? 111 grams. 1 kg of water. 1 kg means 1000 grams, are equal to 10 to the power of 3 grams. Okay na? Weight of water. Next, weight of salt is how much given? 1.11 milligrams given, but in formula it's in grams. So we have to convert into grams. It's given in milligrams. 1.11 milligrams means is equal to 1.11 into 10 to the power of minus 3 grams, and you can write 111 into 10 to the power of 5 grams for the convenient. You can substitute these all values, you will get the answer. And similarly, one more problem. 6 grams of magnesium sulfate present in 100 kg of water. So what is the salt here? Magnesium sulfate. What is the weight of the salt? 6 grams. What is the molecular weight of the MgSO4? Magnesium 24, sulfur 32, oxygen 16, 4 oxygens there, 64, total 120. Weight of water is how much here? 100 kg. 100 kg. 1 kg means 1000 grams equal to what? 10 to the power of 5 grams. And molecular weight of CaCO3 knows everyone. So substitute the all values, you will get the answer. So now and final, the simplest statements. If you are going to use hot water, what will happen, especially in chemical industries? Scaling of boilers will get rust, scaling, outer layer going to be removed. So cause disadvantage of hot water, causes formation of scales in the boiler and causes wastage of heat energy. Definitely more amount of heat is required when inside the boiler scaling there, required more heat, so that is a waste of heat energy. And also that not fit for drinking, hot water we are not going to drink. And also wastage of soap, more amount of soap is required. So all these disadvantages of hot water, that is why we have to use pure and clean water any purpose. Okay, thank you. I will send some other questions by using in another video, right? Okay, thanks.